Calling this meeting to order at 7:31 PM. Please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Supervisor Crown,
Here.
Trustee Tyson.
Yeah.
Yes.
You said right.
Trustee Boyer. Here. Trustee Klein,
Here.
Trustee Mueller,
Here.
Assessor Durrell. Here. Commissioner Benton. Absent. Tax collector Jim.
Here.
Gotcha.
Jim.
And clerk is here.
All right. First item on the agenda, opening it up to public comment. We're joined tonight by Township Supervisor Lori Marshke of DuPage Township, who wanted to talk a little bit about food pantry updates, things going on over there. And the potential about, seeing if there's opportunities for us continuing our relationship with DuPage Township Food Pantry. So I'll open the floor to you, Lori. If you go over 3 minutes, it is perfectly okay. I know we were.
And I'm not here on behalf of the township, I'll be honest, I'm here as a taxpayer in DuPage Township, so we're not gonna discuss any details. Sorry. I just wanted to say I reside in Bolingbrook, DuPage Township, Will County. These are really crazy, chaotic times that we're living in. And it has increased the need for food by your residents in Wheatland Township. I want to address the hope that DuPage Township and Wheatland Township can create a fair and equitable intergovernmental agreement for use of the DuPage Township food pantry by the residents of Wheatland Township. The current intergovernmental agreement ends May 2026. With the new food pantry coming into Bolingbrook at Lily Cash and Canterbury Lanes, it would really be sad if a portion of Bolingbrook was not able to take advantage of the new food pantry. The west side of Bolingbrook is in Wheatland Township, not DuPage Township. I encourage the board of Wheatland Township to entertain a new intergovernmental agreement with DuPage Township that addresses the increased need coming from Wheatland Township to the pantry. It is the responsibility of township government to address the needs of their community. So, if you want to set something up for me to present to you some way to justify it, I have all the details. In fact, January 1st, we actually added something into our computer system,
Perfect.
so it will justify things to your taxpayers.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Lori. Okay. Any additional public comment?
He's here for support.
Glad to have you.
Are you the driver, the handler?
All right, next
Thank
up,
you.
we have approval of minutes. Can I get a motion to approve the October 9th, 2025 regular board meeting minutes?
So moved.
And a second, please.
Second.
Blowiak and Klein.
Thank you.
So we're a few months down the line. Are we ready for these? Hope
Do you want me to vote for these considering I was not a member yet?
You can abstain if you would like.
Yep.
Any comments before moving on to roll call? Hearing none, roll call please.
Supervisor Crown,
Yes.
Trustee Tyson,
Yes.
Trustee Glover,
Yes.
Trustee Mueller,
I'll abstain.
Danny, and Trustee Klein.
Yes.
Abstain. And nothing. Passes.
All right, there we go. Thank you. Next item, approval, I'm sorry, 4, right? 4. Affirmative, okay. Approval of November 13th, 2025 executive session meeting minutes, which I believe,
If anybody needs to review that. You go.
anybody want to see, there was one adjustment since the last time it was made, it was just correcting. It wasn't a formal vote, it was a discussion in executive session, but other than that, no changes. I think everything else looked good. Okay. Roll call, please. Oh, wait, did we?
So moved.
Oh, there we go. In a second.
Second.
Last month, or was it? No, 2 months ago, it was rough on me.
I forgot.
Every single time.
It happens. We have those days, huh?
Yeah.
All right, any questions, concerns? No. All right, Supervisor Crowner,
Yes.
trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee Gold,
Yes.
trustee Klein? Yes. Trustee Miller was
Abstain.
definitely abstaining. Motion passes.
All right, thank you. Look at us moving through. Can I get a motion to approve the December 11th, 2025 regular board meeting minutes?
So move. Second.
Any comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Supervisor Crowner?
Yes.
Trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee Gold,
Yes.
trustee Klein?
Yes.
Trustee Gill,
Yes.
passes.
All right. Can I get a motion to approve the January 8th, 2026 regular board meeting minutes?
So moved. Second.
Any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Supervisor Crowner?
Yes.
Trustee Tyson was absent. Trustee Klein?
Yes.
Trustee Gold,
Yes.
trustee Mill,
Yes.
passes.
All right, thank you. We have no old business on the agenda. Moving on to new business. Can I get a motion to approve the municipal vehicle program agreement?
Motion.
A second, please.
Some corrections.
Yes, there's some, I know there's definitely some spelling errors in there that have to be corrected. It's just, we'll call those the Scrivener's.
Yeah, they're called Scrivener's.
Scrivener's.
Scrivener, and I was like, oh, that's gonna make this so easy. I
If
can
you want to
remember
send
that
me
weird
the,
word.
is there anything other than typos? Yeah, okay, so if you just want to send me the typos that you catch, we'll get that. This is just, as you all know, we approved, in the previous meetings, the security protocol and the drug and alcohol policy relating to this. So now that those are approved, we were able to move on to the formal application, which, this will allow us to move forward. So essentially what I'm asking for is, once the errors are, corrected, and if there's any additional follow-up comment from Pace, which I don't believe there will be any concerns, it's pretty standard boiler template type of, request that we're making, that I have authority to sign that agreement so that we can move forward. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Supervisor Crowner?
Yes.
Trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee Gold,
Yes.
trustee Klein,
Yes.
trustee Gill,
Yes.
passes.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve a special meeting of the electors?
So moved.
All right,
I'll describe.
Is that Matt and Klein?
we'll get that one to,
Yeah.
to Meta for the second.
We'll get it.
Get her on there.
Me.
Just hogging
one
one.
thing.
Okay,
Tell me
so.
about the elections.
So what this is for, I sent it around earlier, but here's a copy of that letter again. This is just for us to get a special meeting of the electors on, the agenda. For the purpose of, leasing additional real estate. So as you all know, we've had a line item in our budget for for leasing real estate for the potential expansion of any behavioral health programs, or pretty much any new program would require additional space. We are completely tapped out here. We technically don't even have enough desks for the staff that we do have right now. The idea is we're gonna put this before the electors. They're the ones who have to approve our ability to take that action. In a public meeting, no different than like our annual town meeting where everybody kind of gets to vote, on items. And it's just approving our, authority to be able to enter into a lease agreement, purchase agreement, whatever is appropriate for the township. And generally, that's, I think, a 1 year kind of, approval, that you get out of those meetings. So this is allowing us for the flexibility that once, fingers crossed, a couple of these grants that are currently sitting with the county get approved, then we can move, pretty quickly in getting the space required to actually, implement the programs that we're proposing.
Where do we get the electors from?
So we post it, as a public notice kind of, and any member of the public can join, as long as they are a registered voter for at least 30 days prior to the date of that, and of the township.
Cool. How many do we get?
How many do we get?
How many electors?
Minimum of
do we look
15
for?
need to show up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this table makes up
Is
about.
it ever hard to get?
We've always had at least that, the annual meetings, so, yeah. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
Are we looking at all June or July to host this meeting?
So what's gonna happen is technically the clerk gets to decide on the date and doing that, so we will check with kind of general availability to see, you know. Dates that folks can make it, but essentially what's gonna happen is once we approve this, we can all sign that letter. Right, a copy of that letter, we hand deliver it, or, you know, I'm gonna hand deliver it, save it in postage, to the clerk, and then he has to schedule it no less than 14 days. No more than 45 or something like that, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
ideally, we would get it in, I would love to do it before the next board meeting.
I say I would like to do it sooner, like
Yeah.
just that only week I'm out, but it's 14 days, I should be there for this, so.
Yeah, so
Pretty large.
I'd like to move on it, you know, as quickly as we can, preferably during this fiscal year.
Okay, do we have space here for the Pace Bus?
So, okay, so going back to that, or I can bring that up during my comments, we can
Okay,
talk about those.
I
but
thought-
there-
I thought that-
Oh, no, this piece is specifically for just for additional office space because we are completely tapped out here.
Okay,
But when we talk about pace buses, or in my comments, don't let me forget it, I'll bring up the
Okay,
pace buses. Okay. Alrighty, can we move on to roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Supervisor Crum,
Yes.
trustee Tyson,
yes.
trustee Gore,
Oh, yes.
trustee Klein.
Yes. I like this one.
Yes.
Passes.
So if everybody wants to
Excited for that.
sign a copy of this letter, and then we will all, or who will we give it here? To the
Or
clerk.
hand delivered on.
I don't have to- There we go. You can't say you didn't get it.
I can share some more thoughts about.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll pause it.
Next item is approval of bills and claims. Can I get a motion to approve the town and road district fund bills and claims?
Motion Mueller.
Oh, second, go back.
All right, any questions, comments, or concerns on the bills? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Supervisor Crum,
Yes.
trustee Tyson,
Yes,
trustee Gore,
Yes.
trustee Klein,
Yes.
trustee Mule,
Yes.
passes.
Thank you, 5-0. Next on, we are with reports, Senior Administrator Bill Green.
We're gonna talk about passports. I actually have, I just kind of passed these around. I think I got some out to people up here. It's from 1/8 through 2/5. It has us for that period, $628 of profit. You can see the passports that we've done, whether pictures, postage out, this and that.
You're buying a house.
On the net, huh?
No.
Yeah. I did get to spend a morning this morning with Jim Kopchak, and we were at a funeral, and we might bring that up, so I'll go out a date. That's all I really have. Keeping things on the same speed we're going.
Anything else from Supervisor?
Everybody got it.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
Becomes scratches.
Any questions for Bill?
big one. On the passports, do you find that you're getting a lot of applicants?
From what I remember. There's two times a year that it ramps up, and that obviously is early spring, getting ready for summer, and then also what we just missed for spring break. So going back to Lyle, and I talked to the guy that I used to work with, and we were kind of kidding about it. And I gave him this number, and his name's Jim Bondra, and some of you might know who he is, but he and I remembered over there, that 628 over there was usually about $1,000. So we still got a little ways to go, but they had been doing it for a long time, and they had 4 agents and doing it right out of the office, and we were much busier there. It's right on tonight, and it's really easy, so.
It's not bad, you just started recently.
We have had people from our seniors group come in, and we've had just a lot of, just people with, just in their passports, and they, truly, and they've said when they come in, they've really enjoyed the old fashioned way of sitting down at a desk and actually going through it instead of being in line at the post office, while everybody else is standing there waiting for you.
Yeah. They never seem to have a chair either for you to sit in for the picture,
And actually, it's.
and then like squatting for all of
Oh
them.
my, me put my hat off. Oh, you're too tall.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Person ever.
People are happy
I know.
that we're not at the, post office.
Yeah.
Mostly.
All right, thank you, Bill.
Mhm.
Oh man, I lost my agenda. So next up would be Assessor Bruce Dorado.
Okay, we've been really busy this month. So we updated the assessment database and website to 2026 in preparation for beginning the next assessment cycle. We collaborated with the Will County Supervisor of Assessments Office on the rollout and use of the General Homestead Exemption Maintenance System. We researched approximately 500 new construction homes that determine primary residence status by reviewing the owner's secondary properties on local assessment websites and verifying whether exemptions were being received elsewhere. So I think that's because sometimes people have two homes and they can't get them two different places, obviously. Worked with Laredo to integrate the new sales software, entered sales data, and researched primary residence status for each sale due to P-tax documents no longer being completed correctly. We pulled and reviewed 2024 permits and aerial software to measure and document home improvements, including patios, decks, in-ground pools, additions, and other structural changes. Began processing new work from the Will County Mapping Department, including new PIN numbers, subdivisions, and divisions as they are coming in. And we processed 31 exemptions, which were completed and hand-delivered to Will County. Let's see. Entered permits from all 5 municipalities, including single-family homes and new improvement projects, home improvement projects. Worked on open fire and damage-related properties, ensuring records are updated appropriately for the 2026 assessment year. And last time I talked about how we were behind on the assessment, so we've actively engaged the whole team to try to get caught up here. I've got 2 part-time field agents working as many hours as they want. We've authorized up to 40 hours a week. This month, the field agents have completed 143 field visits. Getting there.
Yes.
Excellent, thank you. Any questions for Assessor Dorado?
Well done.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
It's not me, it's them. They do all
right,
the.
it's a good chunk out of that number of assessments, you were like, we have this fight.
Right, right. So we're gonna, I know, Michael and I talked about this a little bit about getting a full-time agent in here. I'm gonna try to get that happening here soon. Got a job description written up and it's a big assessor meeting, Will County assessor meeting tomorrow. I'm gonna see if I can talk to some of the other people over there, see if they have anybody available. So,
All right, thanks so much and great work.
thank you.
Next up, tax collector Jim Kopcha.
Yes, operationally, we've made great strides, obviously getting kicked off now and being formalized. So we now have nice new color-coded maps of the cemetery, which will make, I know, our jobs much easier when we're trying to find and locate not only existing sites for people, families that are looking to identify their loved ones, but also for new customers that are coming in. Last month, we had 1 sale of a grave and 1 burial. Happened to be on the coldest day of the year. Great, it was a wonderful choice of time. And as Bill mentioned, we actually had a burial again this morning. We've had a lot of interest in some immurements that we know are going to be coming up. Memorials are going to be installed here as the weather breaks. So we've already brought in about $5,200 worth of revenue for this year, but our funds are in pretty good shape. From a management standpoint, I'm happy to say that we've also got on board with a couple of things. First of all, with Terry, now we've got a nice location to store our minutes and our agendas so that it will make your job easier, and obviously collecting all the data format it needs to be stored on our network. That's been done. In addition, we've had not 1, but 2 cemetery board meetings already. Because none had been conducted over the past 3 or 4 years, so we had to catch up quite a bit. As part of that conveyance, we have nominated two people to serve on the board. One was Ben Peterson, the other was Laura Hoffman. I mentioned both of them, I believe, at last month's meeting. They've accepted the appointments. We had our internal organization meeting and elected Ben as the clerk of the board, so we are now formally organized and running. The second meeting that we had just this week was intended to focus on, I think, a couple important issues, the most important being pricing. Our prices were increased by our vendor last September 1, and there were scenarios where we were actually losing money if we sold any of our services or products at the listed prices, which is not good. So we knew we needed to make some revisions. We met yesterday, kind of come up with some new pricing. And we're gonna go through that one last time to make those final improvements. And we know that we're competitive. We've done a survey of local cemeteries in the area as well as just the pricing reflected by our vendor. So we're feeling pretty comfortable about we're gonna come in with our numbers. And we're trying to do this in such a way that we don't have an impact on people where we're gonna have to constantly be churning, if you will, the price. So we hope that we'll put this in place and it'll last for a couple of years. The other element that we talked about, of course, was the upcoming budget and trying to get a focus on things that we're looking to focus our time and energy on. One I mentioned last month was our cemetery software and digital mapping project. We got tentative oversight and approval yesterday from the meeting. And we'll continue to solicit proposals going forward to see what kind of pricing we're coming in at. I tentatively budgeted around 10,000 for the project. We've already had one proposal in for only 6. So I'm feeling pretty good that we've provided for the funds for that kind of work. That's it.
Any questions for Jim? All right, thank you for the updates. Once again, it sounds like a lot of great work happening. I'm gonna check if I don't think Harry sent in a report. I don't see one. So next up, trustee Matt Flowiak. I know he's got some updates.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about everything as we're continuing to move forward with our mental health plan. So over the past month, we've been very consistent doing some weekly virtual calls. Michael Angel, as well as Miguel, is going to be the clinical director. We're working with Plainfield Township. It's really trying to get everything in good order. So we do have that grant from the 708 for the opioid one we've been talking about, of like roughly like $36,000 in that area. And then having discussions, some of the Plainfield schools in terms of a program that they can use with the students. That was proposed, well received, but they wanted to have some tweaks to that programming. And so I've been taking a look at the programming and where I got really excited about it. So I told you I'm like an associate professor at Hazelden Betty Ford Graduate School, and like it's the Addiction Center, Hazelden Betty Ford, and they have really great content. And so as we were talking about different programs that we're going to be putting in place, we talk a lot about co-occurring disorders, and what a co-occurring disorder is a mental health disorder combined with a substance use disorder. Put them together, co-occurring disorder, and many people struggle with it. I'd especially say people on the mild to more severe end of the spectrum of substance use disorders usually have some type of mental health disorder going on as well. And as I would anticipate with a lot of our youth, we really want to have strong programming around that. So while I like what I saw that was proposed to me and is a really great start, I did some digging, and while like copyright, I can't share this stuff like directly, I was able to find our like state-of-the-art program that Hazelden Betty Ford ended up putting together on co-occurring programs. And pretty much it's like 55 different folders involved in this. Every mental health disorder in combination with a substance use disorder has been planned out. I mean, they have PowerPoint presentations, worksheets for the students or for the clients. We have handouts for the facilitators, all sorts of great things. And while I can't necessarily take it and be like, here it is, I'm able to take a look at that, and I can help put together even better programs than I was initially thinking that I'd be able to do. Very straightforward. So I feel like we got a lot of content and really great resources there that I'm excited about to be able to share. In terms of what we were talking about a few moments ago, with hosting this special meeting, we've been looking at different offices in the area. So last week we did go out Thursday and took a look at an office on, what would that be, Neighbor Plain Field, I forget the adjacent street that runs through that. 104th Street. So the way I reference it, you have that Dunkin' Donuts across the street that's in that old bank, and there's a Domino's over there. So it was in the building, second story, huge open space. It's divided into three. Michael was really great at finding us like the back corner with it. So essentially, if I can try to conceptualize this for you, it's like imagine this being the big space. On this side, you have an entrance here, waiting reception area. There's a storage area there. You have windows that run all the way across this way. There's major windows, about 5 of them in the top. We could split into 3 offices. So one would get like half window, one have the full window, the other would have that. Very great space, I think, to do clinical sessions with clients, very open. The windows make a big difference. You have people who are anxious, claustrophobia, want to have that opening. So that's great. And then we were talking about doing a drop down ceiling into that area. Then it opens in this big group space. It would essentially be, I would say, the size of this, which with a much higher ceiling.
Correct.
So it would be great for groups if we're doing clinical groups in there. I mean, it would be great for even meetings like this. We would have enough space. I just really like how it feels open. So another consideration that I did have with this as well is ADA compliance. You know, we're talking a lot about what we're doing with pace, accessibility. We're giving people rides to and from. I like how in that building, when you first get there, you know, it does ramp up. You have the accessible parking, ramps up into there, wide enough hallways. I felt good about the elevator, felt like the door was good. We'll be mindful of the hallways, went in the bathroom, made sure they had the guardrails. And then the only suggestion I had, again, I'm not a building inspector, so they would have to take a deeper look. We have to make sure this is ADA compliant. I'm telling you to make everything work for the township. We do. One suggestion I had at the front door is just get one of those little push buttons that can automatically open it. Hopefully that's something they could do. I wouldn't say it's a make or break thing if we got that, but again, it would be something nice, but a really beautiful space. And I think and it's not too far from here. It's like 7 minutes away from where we're at. So nice and central location with traffic, which is good because it's not near any major intersections. I mean, there's a light that's right there, but this seems like the perfect space for being able to get things started. And again, you know, dual purpose for what we've got going on there, which is good. As Michael was saying, we are trying to do a continuation of the 708 board funds. So we're taking that grant that we had before, building upon, showing that we're putting it into action, hoping that we're going to be able to get some additional money out of that. That is good. Other type of exciting things is I was given the budget, I'm told about $65,000 to be able to hire a clinician. So we have Miguel, who's an LCSW. I learned he doesn't have a clinical license to actually do the therapy part. So it still allows him to do the programming, all the stuff that we've been talking about to this point. However, for a clinician, then I think the 65 will work to be able to hire somebody who is fully licensed. So you would want somebody who has something, you know, maybe we can get a psychologist, might be pushing it because they've got their PsyD, that's doctorate level, but maybe somebody, because like kind of with my degree, so like my doctorate's counselor education and supervision. So as a professor, I'm doctor. But clinically, I got my master's of science, licensed clinical professional counselor, certified advanced alcohol and other drug counselor. Somebody like that, they could diagnose, they would be able to do the treatment, they could submit billables to the insurance, managed care, Medicaid, Medicare, all that good stuff, which would be really great. The only thing that that person wouldn't be able to do, you need the psychiatrist do medication. We're not doing medication or significant mental illness. And, you know, like psychologists can do the advanced psychiatric testing. But again, I think this clinic, as it starts, mild to moderate type of disorders, anything beyond that, we would refer out because it would be a major liability and you need a bigger team for that. So I feel good about that budget. I think we're going to be able to find somebody and we're looking around. Then the next piece that we've been talking about as well is we do have that mental health task force. We have a good team of people who've been interested in doing that. So we want to have our kickoff meeting with that. Angel and I were talking about, I want to get you in it too, and if you have different thoughts. We were thinking of doing the first one virtually during the day, recording it, and like how we were going to do an interest meeting at first, kind of lay out everything that we've got on. You still interested, and people who want to officially join can join from there. So got a lot of traction. One other hopeful thing. So this isn't necessarily directly connected, but I like to think about how I can connect everything. It's like, you know, governing council with Will County Health Department, meeting people there, talking about what we're doing, that helps. Well, another one is I am on the Illinois Department of Professional and Federal Regulation for the Licensure and Disciplinary Board for professional counselors. Okay, so last year, it's like we won this election Tuesday, Wednesday, I was on the governing council and then chair, and then Thursday I got invited into that. trained but haven't had very many meetings. Next Thursday is the first meeting, so I'm gonna get to meet people, get to meet the head of the like licensure and disciplinary IDFPR. I want to see what kind of resources they have, ways I could tap into grants, see what we can do. So network. So we'll see what I can come up with there, but that's where we're at. So see, a lot more than last month. This didn't have much to say.
I think that's good, because we need to recertify with them for the cemetery, just
We do with that. Okay, good.
mention it.
Perfect. I mean, they're good. I have like a couple really responsive people there, but it's like when I'm involved in something, I want to make sure I'm contributing to it. And I'm like, what are these meetings? So I got one. So we'll see what happens. I can probably talk about that next month too.
I do a lot of work with them stateside for tracking down people's licenses that are stuck in some loop somewhere in the, the virtual stratosphere of like, months and months have gone by and they don't know why they haven't gotten renewed.
Oh, I had my
They're always very good, at least the liaison, the legislative liaisons. I don't know any of the
my
others.
full clinical license disappeared for 5 months while I was starting a private practice. They're like, oh, you've been fully licensed for 4 months now. I'm like, well, where is it? I
Yeah.
don't know. You tell us we mailed it to you. I'm like, did you mail it to the new address I told you before I moved? No. I said, I told you 3 times. Oh, well, your license, look it up online. I'm like, okay, I just printed it off and they sent it to me, but they have improved a lot since then. I will talk about it. So we'll see what happens.
Their website's been tricky, cause I have to renew my PE license every 2 years.
Oh, see, so I was familiar with what, yeah.
So I'm familiar with it. It's
To
just-
get stuck.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see the other side of it.
Alright.
To receive the complaints instead of me.
Yeah, there you go.
Right? I
Well,
know.
I'll be my fault. Take my name off the page.
Right.
Thanks for the update, Matt. Any
So-
questions from Matt? All right, hearing none. Next up, trustee Jeff Klein.
Yeah, I'm gonna be attending a Will County Governmental League, annual legislative luncheon. That's gonna be Friday, February 27th. Funny that they call it their annual legislative luncheon, but they're serving breakfast from 9 to 11. But yeah, I'll be there in the morning. They're just going over important legislative issues.
Perfect.
Catch up with other people that I know.
Sounds good.
Really all I got for.
All right, thank you. Any questions for trustee Jeff Klein? All right, hearing none, trustee Meta Mueller. Thanks for the update.
I don't have any updates right now.
Any questions for trustee Meta Mueller?
Sorry, guys.
Just give us further insights.
Why not?
I know. It's been a busy couple of weeks, stateside and I had a couple things happen. I was in a hit and run accident with a semi truck. I was totally okay. It was the freakiest thing ever, but he laughed and like a whole part of my Cadillac was is gone. So I've been really like pissed off.
Understandably so.
It ran. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like, I don't even know how that happens, but like that, and then just like some stateside stuff. There was a bill submitted that was not right. And we've been getting like hate messages and things like that. Like, it's really crazy. It's about open burning. Like, that's what the bill was about. And so for people to be so vitriolic about it, it's been kind of like, but I mean, unfortunately, this is the work sometimes, people get mad, so. But yeah, so I'm something really great to talk to you guys about that I did for Township, but I've kind of been, not doing much.
Got another 3.5 years.
Yeah, I know, with like I'm like, the car thing is just, I'm so mad, you guys, about the car.
Glad you're okay.
I know, that's it, my dad just keeps saying, it's good, you're okay, and they're, fix the car, I know.
They didn't total it.
No, they didn't total it, I thought.
Yeah. I have a big train of thought.
They didn't. And I was not in Will County when it happened. I think if I would have been in Will County, somebody might have done a little more to help me get the hit and run driver. Yeah.
Thank you. Any questions, comments? Hearing none. Trustee Margaret Tyson.
For senior committee, we met we had our first meeting of the year last Wednesday, on Wednesday, the 4th. And we're still meeting at Alleluia Lutheran Church, but we're no longer meeting in that huge space that they gave us at first to use because they were gonna rent it out to a production company.
Interesting.
So they moved us to the basement, which is okay, it's still free. So they gave us 2 rooms that we can use. It's a small room and also a room that has seating. It's like an auditorium.
Okay.
So we still have options.
All right, perfect, thank you.
So, and our first luncheon will be April the 15th, our first luncheon. And we already scheduled speakers for the first thing, April, May, and June. We have speakers lined up. Our committee's goal is to line up speakers for the whole year that's our goal.
Awesome.
So we have three so far.
How many people do you usually get?
Just one.
No, I mean, but how many people
A
come for
senior?
lunch?
Oh, normally 40, 30,
Okay.
40
That's a good
people.
showing. That's
I'll
four.
remember
The
that.
goal also is to grow the group as well.
Right.
Give them
Well,
more
if I
things to
bump
do.
into people who might be good speakers, I'd just like to know, like,
We will
what
talk.
I can.
Yes.
One interesting speaker we had a couple years ago was from the Forest Preserve District, I think, was a woman talking about all the cicadas.
Yeah,
She brought like the bugs
I'm
with her,
sure.
like, and people were like, oh my gosh, like, she's just walking around throwing, putting cicadas in people's face.
Well,
Shots in the Lord.
well, our first speaker is, Nancy Cook, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. She's a horticulture educator.
Okay,
Interesting.
And, Angel hooked me up with her.
cool.
And I noticed that she writes an article in the Forest Preserve paper every month. Not the Forest Preserve paper, but the Farmers Review.
Oh, yeah, the weekly review.
Yeah, so,
They still mail me the Farmers Weekly Review.
me too.
It's like the only newspaper it's the best.
It's good. It's information. That concludes my report.
All right, any questions for Margaret? All right, thank you for the update. Clerk Jones.
I have one for you, closed it, no, two, because we just had another one, so two, and they're both closed.
Any questions? Clerk Jones.
Good word.
All right, thank you. I have no update to report this month, so with that, I will entertain a motion. You had a question about the buses.
Yes.
They are not they're not gonna be large vehicles. They're essentially, think of it like, kind of like those Ford like transit kind of
Yeah, I know.
vans.
7
Yeah.
passenger, 12 passenger.
Yeah.
I saw it in the report.
Yeah, so, we have space in the back that we'll be able to put them on. The park back there, we got lanes parking behind the building as well.
Okay.
We just have to make sure that that there's good
Cameras.
coverage from cameras perspective. But other than that, we'll be able to house them.
Might be a stupid question, but do you think down the line, maybe that could be something we would discuss in the lease of another place, if we can have the spots leave one of those?
Yeah.
Especially,
Yeah,
I could.
absolutely.
Helpful later, yeah.
Any other questions before we conclude for the evening? Do a motion to adjourn, please.
Motion, Mueller.
Second, Tyson.
All right, we'll do this by voice vote. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, meeting concludes at 8:09 PM. Thank you, everybody. Stay warm and enjoy the.
It's gonna be
upcoming
nice out
better
there.
weather.
Now that it's over, that was a really stupid question.
No, you need a new fire station.
Where?
It's like, you're always spacing it kind of tight, like, they have big.
That's the-
Yeah, they have rules that we have to cover. We have to.
That's our-
Oh,